judges, guests, and fellow comers. My name is Jerome Blake. I am a 5th grade student that attends Northborough Elementary School, and today I would like to speak to you about the 2021 topic. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. For those of you who may not know, these words came from Dr. King's letter from Birmingham jail, written in April of 1963. This letter was an open response to local religious leaders who criticized his actions, timing, and purpose during this peaceful protest. Instead of getting angry or trying to get even, he sat in his jail cell and began writing, stating, "Never before have I written so long a letter." Some may think, well, who would spend their time in jail, writing about injustices, instead of plotting revenge or a way out? Well, I'll tell you who. A young man who skipped the 9th and 11th grade in high school. A young man who attended Morehouse College at the age of 15. A young man who still, to this day, remains the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. It was the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King is a true example of peace personified and believed that the solution to the plight of African Americans was in unity and peaceful protest, not violence and isolation. Dr. King also states, whatever affects one directly affects us all indirectly. That means whatever we do affects others, and what affects others affects us all. This phenomenon makes me think of what I learned in school about cause and effect. You see, the cause explains why something happened, and the effect is what happens as a result. How does this cause and effect relationship work in real life? Well, according to Small Arms Survey, for every 100 individuals, there are 120 guns. Gun laws allow easy access to guns, which in turn leads to heightened gun violence and death. Is this not an injustice that is a threat to us all? Another example, civil rights leader and American statesman John Lewis worked so hard to pass the voting rights law in 1965, which would ban discriminatory voting practices in the South. But today, individual states are making it harder for people to cast a ballot, even making it illegal to give someone water while waiting in line at the polls. John Lewis said, "The vote is the most powerful, nonviolent tool we have. Losing this tool, is that not an injustice to all? When I grow up, I want to vote, and maybe even run for president myself." Although we are American, we sometimes feel like outsiders in the great United States, even making it tough for us to live here. People being discriminatory, people being mean to each other, people not treating each other equality. Here is one example from me. My uncle, Uncle Mike, died in 2012. Even though he was killed, the police didn't think that he mattered. Soon, they said that they could not figure out who did it. How do we stop this? We must wake up, unify, and organize. Dr. King was cursed, beaten, and jailed 29 times, but he never gave up. And if he can do that, then truly we can do the same. I leave you with this final quote from Dr. King. "Injustices never rest, and neither can we." Thank you.